Hello and welcome to the marketing section. Marketing on social media can be something that people are either really into and or really intimidated by. And so either way, I do want to make sure you have the tools for success no matter what you decide to do. So the previous one was more faceless. This is just making, links, designs on Canva, posting on Pinterest, and things like that. This section is going to be more showing information on social media to make sure that you're reaching the right audience. If you have a blog, that would be faceless, but if you have, social media. So for me, in my instance, I've mentioned that I have an adventure and repeat blog. I also have an adventure and repeat Facebook page. I have an Instagram, TikTok, and a YouTube. So with those things comes that aspect where I can showcase different things. For example, my YouTube is going to be something that my husband does a lot of tutorials on upgrades to our camper, products that we used to upgrade the camper. And in that case, you have the full ability to start using your face on the YouTube channel, you have your face on the Instagram platform, and people can kind of connect with you a little bit more in those cases. It's not necessarily, it's a whole experience when you look at the marketing with social media. The reason it's a whole experience is because they get to know you. They see you camping in the case of my adventure and repeat. They see you going to all these different locations, reviewing campgrounds, and then if they're also in that, genre of looking for different family things to do, family activities, and then they also see how they can do an upgrade of the camper, they all of a sudden get really excited. They're like, Brittany and Kyle from Adventure and Repeat are doing this. This would be a huge upgrade for our camper, and I think it would give us so much more space or so much more organization. Is that it pulls people in because they get to know you, and that's the main side of that marketing with social media. So looking at this from a bigger perspective in general, you can use your content in more than one place. For example, I have different radios, tents, and camping equipment posted on my Amazon storefront, which is what I've been showing you exactly how to do. But I also have it posted on my Adventure and Repeat um, YouTube channel, and a couple other places throughout Adventure and Repeat as well, including the blog. So you can use your content more than one place. So if you're showcasing this product and you want to put it in multiple different places, by all means, it's only going to have multiple forms of income coming in. So as long as you have that it's relevant. So for example, if I were to let's try to see. So my Barbie dream house, review that I did for Amazon, I start posting that on Adventure and Repeat. That doesn't make sense. So a lot of times then people would unfollow me. It has to be relevant. Same thing, vice versa, on my Brit the affiliate page where I'm teaching moms and other people how to make money online. It doesn't make sense to review camping equipment, that pop-up tent or a gazebo on that because that does not, that's not helpful for the audience in that case. If I wanted to link my freebie in Brit the affiliate, that's something I do and that's something that would work. If I wanted to link my favorite new product that I just got that follows me around the room as I record different things. That would be something to do on Brit the affiliate, but it's not necessarily something that you would do on Adventure and Repeat. So just kind of keep your audience in mind when you're looking at that as well. Also, you can do Pinterest. So, Pinterest, I mentioned into faceless marketing, but you can do Pinterest where you upload videos of you using a certain product. Let's say you do makeup tutorials, or if you want to show them, how to use a new curling iron that you got. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the beauty aspect, that's just the beauty aspect of Pinterest is a lot bigger than some of the other sections. So that's why I give those as an example. But you do have the ability to do that. You have the ability to showcase, different things with your face showing that. That is going to be something that pops out or stands out amongst Pinterest because there's not that many video tutorials or things like that on Pinterest. So if you do a video tutorial of all of the products that you use for makeup or things like that, you would be able to put that on Pinterest. You'd be able to link those products as well. You do have to add them to a list and in your storefront to be able to drag those over all in one link for Pinterest. But those big things are going to be huge when it comes to making your Pinterest profile stand out if you want to do the face marketing. And then as far as Instagram, there's one more bit of this that I wanted to make sure that I touched base on. And so, for example, Instagram specifically, you do have the ability to use the link feature. The link feature is something that's going to pull up. And so, for example, given that, if I get a new ring light for Brit the affiliate, and I want to showcase it because I think other people would really benefit from it, and I want to put a link because I noticed it was on sale. So earlier I had talked about you not wanting to mention on your Amazon review that it's a sale or anything like that because you don't want a social style review video on your storefront. However, if you want to do a social style video on your Instagram or your TikTok, that is something that it's okay. You can mention that this is a big sale that they have going on, 50% off. This is the product I use all the time. Those kind of things you would have the ability to do, and I strongly encourage it in that case, especially if you have a big following that you think would benefit from it. Just keep in mind that you aren't probably going to want to do too many of those things because at that point, people could lose interest as if you're trying to just make money off of them. So just be careful and mindful of how much you do it, but keep in mind that that is a huge tactic for people to be able to get money. Even if people aren't your followers, so that you have non followers and followers, everyone has access to your story on Instagram. So they have the ability to see it. So even if they are not your typical follower, they may see it, purchase from that link, and you may get that commission. So just keep that in mind. But overall, with marketing on social media, you can show your face, you can be relatable, you can offer that whole experience of them getting to know, Kyle and Brittany from Adventure and Repeat. This is what they like to do, and this is a cool upgrade that they just did. I want to do that. They linked it. I want to do that to my camper or things like that. So just kind of keep in mind as you broaden exactly what you're doing. So maybe you're not just doing the, Amazon commissions, you're going further into this and starting to get more streams of income. That's definitely something that you're going to want to do. It's definitely going to help you on your money making journey.